Hey y'all, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to check out the Tomoquads Hayabusa 2.5. It came in this bag right here. That's just a picture sheet with no instructions, and also that's a sticker, I think. That Tomoquad sticker. Pretty cool. And comes with this regular Velcro strap for your battery, I guess, but I won't be using that. And there's the frame, the bottom and the top plate. Very simple. And you get 2 bags of hardware here. And let's measure some things up here before I move on. Quick measurements on the bottom plate. 2.5 millimeters on the bottom plate and 2 millimeters on the top plate. Real quick, I don't want to forget this later. I thought this was going to be 3 millimeter, but if you guys look at how that carbon's cut, and I wanted to mention this later, but it's cut lengthwise along the length of the arms, and because it's an H, it's a lot easier to do that. When you have a squished frame, it's hard to line up the carbon fiber sheet to get that lay on the fiber there. Real quick comparison here on a squished X style, it's hard to do it because something's always going to be angled. On the leader, it's definitely angled, which kind of requires the 3 millimeter arms, which the leader has. So I think they opted to go 2.5 millimeter to save some weight because of the way they're able to cut this fiber. So just wanted to point that out. Let's finish out the measurements here. The side to side distance is about 101 millimeters. Front to back looks like 71. That's about centered. So about 123 on the motor to motor angled. The hardware bag here looks like all the mounting screws. I think these are aluminum standoffs, but let's check how tall they are. So about 25 millimeter standoffs here. And then pretty cool, they include these stack screws here, but they look like they're M3 size, and definitely nylon and plastic. And these won't fit through the stack I'm going to use. My stack is going to be the HGLRC stack, which is pretty much cut M2. This looks like an M3 size for sure. And then you get your top and bottom plates screws there, and it looks like you get 4 nylon nuts to go with these standoff screws. Alright, let's check the other bag here. Looks like you get some cool TPU stuff. I chose the white color, and here are the arm guards. Pretty cool, flexible, minimal, just to go around the arms there, the arm ends. And of course you get 4 of those. And here you get an antenna mount that looks like it slots onto the top plate. We'll see that later when I get everything together. And the camera mounts, very similar to the X-Hover Win 5 camera mounts. And then the last TPU piece here goes on the rear standoffs, and it's a XT30 holder, which is kind of cool. So the other TPU things, you get 2 of these. They're the 20 by 20 mount pattern. So probably just use 1 to soft mount my stack, which is pretty cool. They include 2, but I'm not sure if they're meant to stack on top. And then the last piece here is a carbon fiber piece, which is a nose guard for the bottom plate, and it looks like it'll be going on just like that. So let me get everything put together, guys, and I'll go over my flex test and some closing thoughts on the frame. Alright guys, there she is, all put together. And these motor mounts will just slide off until you mount the motor. But just want to show you what it would look like. This is how they have it pictured in the little baggie there. So I might opt to flop these around to protect the backs of the arms and just mount them this way. But we'll see, because it only has protection on the one side, as you can see oops, right here, there's only one outer lip, so you got to kind of choose. On the front, it's pretty obvious. You definitely want the front of the arm protected, but on the back, I'll just figure that out afterwards. But yeah, pretty cool, these arm guards, guys, because you touch the street or you know, the pavement once with these, and you'll just scratch up and possibly delaminate the fibers there. And I've definitely experienced a lot of that, so that's a really nice touch. I won't have to use like these things that I recommend, these motor mounts, plastic ones. But I do have all of my parts taken out of the Vertigo VX2, the failed frame motor mount there. But I'm going to be dropping these in here, and I noticed my power lead is going to be short to go into this XT30 holder here, so I do have to do a little bit of configuring and soldering and placing everything. So my build video and maiden flight video will come in my next upload. But let's finish this out real quick, guys. Get this out of the way, and those arm guards are gonna fall off. But let's finish up and get a weight of the frame. All right, let's get a weight on this guy. Okay, showing 32 grams with all the arm guards and the motor, the stack mount and everything. Let's do the flex test, because the way this is cut, see if I can show you in this angle. Not bad at all, guys. For being only 2.5 millimeter, that's what I mean, because it's cut this way, it's a lot more rigid. And it's hard to show on camera, but I do that also. I just do the twist torsion. You can kind of see here. And that's not a bad thing, too much as far as going this way. You want some kind of flex in, otherwise everything's just going to break when you do crash. When the motors do thrust, though, it doesn't cause the frame to bend that much. The props will bend first before. No, we're just talking about thrust. But the top and bottom plate here, let's do some flexy here. See, the bottom plate is barely flexing, but the top plate does go in a little bit, not much. But I think this is gonna hold up. You just knock on wood right now, because you guys know I'll break everything. But on the actual frame design is good looking. I mean, I try not to base on looks anymore, judging from my experience. But the actual carbon fiber cut, the traditional H style, and that long body, which is pretty cool. I might get some lower standoffs depending on how high my stack goes up here. That just seems pretty high, but I could probably get away with a shorter standoff. But nice touches all around. I love these type of camera mounts, because they can be you slide it up and down on the mount there and adjust the camera angle as you need it, and it really keeps the vibration down, because that's also TPU. And then on the XT30 connector mount, that's really nice, because I always seem to have a power cable hanging out the back, and you know, zip tied in it, and this will tidy it up real nice. I'll just come off the ESC power connections and have a nice bend upwards to the XT30 there, and plug in from the top. And this is a really nice touch too. It's slotted right into the top plate very tightly, and you can feed your antenna cables right up through here, get some antenna tubes, and they'll be up and out of the way. Really nice. It didn't come with antenna tubes, of course, but I'll probably just be using tie wraps anyway, like I normally do. And yeah, the TPU stuff is really a nice touch. A lot of frames don't come with it. You have to buy it separately, and just having it is a nice touch. This was around $30. I'll put the link down, and I'll flash the exact price that I paid on the screen. But guys, really happy with this frame as and my first impressions, putting everything together, actually feeling it in my hands. It's really well thought out, and very nice carbon fiber they used. There is no sharpness to these. They are not beveled, or what do you call it, chamfered, but they are not sharp at all. Very nice, and I don't think anyone would really need to sand that at all. And I'm trying to think anything else I could knock on this frame to find any kind of flaws, but I can't find anything right now, guys, aside from this being kind of tall. I guess they went with a 25 millimeter standoff just to accommodate, you know, the stacks that are available right now, the 20 by 20 stacks. While they're smaller around, they kind of go tall, but there's a lot of real estate back here, and probably going to be some right underneath the camera here for anything you might need to put. So you could probably definitely lower these, but I'm going to do it, do the build as is and see how she flies as you get it from factory. And but nothing to complain about, guys. This frame looks really cool as far as looks. I'm going to be running top mount battery strap. It looks like that's what it's meant for. I mentioned the top mount because on the iX2 I did a review and build on. I haven't gotten a chance to get some footage for you guys on this, but when you first saw it, I mounted the battery to the bottom. As you can see, there's options for both, but when I move the battery up top, everything else is up top. The prop line is right about where the FC is. It just felt more balanced that way. So seeing as this looks like it has battery straps on top and not on the bottom, it's probably definitely intended to be top mount. So I'm going to run it that way, and I'll get all these parts installed real soon, and I will get a maiden flight test and build overview out as soon as I can, guys. And I'll be using this RGX battery strap here because it fits really nice in that slot. So okay, guys, that's gonna be the end of my frame review here. I'll get this built out and flowing really soon. I appreciate you joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really like how she looks, so hopefully she flies as good as she looks, guys. We'll see you next time. I'll have that video out soon. You guys be safe and keep on flying. Take care.